Going to make a wreath using some of our new greenery and florals that came in, and I'm just going to use a simple black and white elegant looking ribbon, and we're going to do a single ribbon bow with this. So let's just set those out of the way and let's bring out the bow maker. Okay, so we're just making a really simple one ribbon bow with our easy bow maker, and I am going to get that ready. You're gonna And then what I like to do is when I put my bow on first, I like to curl these up and kind of tuck them so that as I'm adding elements to my grapevine, I'm not getting glue on my ribbon tails. So anytime I have tails, that way it just kind of gets them out of less margin for getting glue on them. All right, let me grab a drink and let's grab some greenery. We're going to start out with some of the darker colors. So you guys know I like to use a variety of colors when it comes to working with floral and greenery, and today's no exception. You can see that the flocked boxwood is a contrast to the darker boxwood. And this boxwood is, who is it that calls them the sliders? This slides up and down, so if you want more of a bushier look on the end, or you can keep them kind of spread out. And I'm going to cut a few of these and we're going to get started. I got my glue pot going. All right, so what I'm going to do for this design is take some of my glue that's probably not in the camera view, and I'm going to lift up that bow and I'm going to go right underneath it. And what that does is that'll help anchor my bow so that my bow doesn't wiggle around. So lifting that up and going directly underneath it will help stabilize that bow too. All right, let's do one more. And we're starting to add some foundation here. I'm going to take another piece and I'm going to go up a little higher. And I'm going to leave it, so you see how it's kind of coming away from the grapevine. I don't lay it flush against the grapevine. I give it more of that 3D appearance by going down at an angle rather than straight in. If that makes sense to anyone else besides me, then I'm doing good. That is awesome. I'm going to go ahead and cut. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there is plenty of boxwood on here. I think there's like 14 stems. So let's go ahead and cut the rest now that got that out of my way. And I'm just going to slide these up a little closer together. So now on the tip looks much fuller, right? Make sure, yeah, make sure you can see that in the camera. Versus I can use them this way or I can use them this way. So I started out with them more spread out, and now I'm going to pull them together a little bit better. All right. And sometimes that'll happen with the sliders. If you slide them too much, it'll actually break them off. But nothing goes to waste around here because they make great filler. Look at this. So this is called, it's called a gypso bush, Gypso, and it is plastic as well, so great for outdoor use. This is going to add that pop of color into our greenery. Now, mind you, this itself looks great with the greenery as is, but watch when we add some of this gypso to it. See what happens when you add that even additional contrast in there? Amazing! This makes a great everyday hang on your door all spring and summer long. It's one of those transitional pieces that you can go any direction. And what's really awesome is, you know, depending on who you are, I wouldn't change a thing about it, but if you really wanted to get more seasonal, you know, stick a pink and lavender rosebud in there or some, you know, color, and then take it right back out at the change of season. But remember I said no piece goes unturned. These little pieces, we're actually going to take those and use them in our ribbon up here. And we're going to integrate some greenery into our bow. And that makes it look a little more cohesive, like the bow is part of the design. So we're going to take those short pieces, and then I kept some of the medium-sized pieces. We're going to go right down in here with those. So it just looks like the bow is naturally a part of this design. Y'all, yeah, let's do a front view. How's that look? If I pose, there's our wreath. The front view. I love the color. I love black and white. To me feels elegant. And I love the rustic look with all of the greenery and the fun, and that gypso bush just like yes, pulls all of that white from the sign. Hey guys, thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you soon. Have a good night, guys.